This art lesson is sponsored by Netflix. Jack, who are we drawing today?
Mugman from Netflix's new animated series.
Yeah, I love this show. It's called The Cuphead Show, and it's based on the popular video game.
Mugman is Cuphead's brother.
Yeah, and I feel like Mugman is the more responsible one.
Yeah.
Cautious. He's very cautious. But then Cuphead kind of convinces him to do things.
Yeah.
He probably shouldn't.
Yeah, Mugman wanted to invest his $5.
Yeah, except Cuphead convinced him to buy ice cream instead. I also like the part where Mugman was apologizing to Cuphead for sleep eating his ice cream, but he was saying he awake ate it.
And the whole boat was burning.
Yeah, and sinking. Yeah. So be sure to check out The Cuphead Show. It's super funny, and it's now streaming on Netflix. Okay, you ready to draw Mugman?
Yes.
All right, you need your drawing supplies. We're going to use a pencil first to get the main shapes, and then we're going to use a marker. You also need some?
Paper and something to color with.
All right, you ready to start?
Yes.
Let's start by drawing Mugman's head, and we're going to draw just a big circle first. And I'm going to press firm so that it shows up darker on the camera, but you guys can press lightly so it's easier to erase at the end. And I'm going to draw it kind of towards the top of my paper so that we have room for the body below. So I want to draw it about this big, maybe a little bit bigger, and I'm going to go back over it so it's darker. And you can take extra time. If you want to pause the video right now, you can take extra time to get the circle just the size that you want. And if you have extra lines, you can go in and erase those extra lines. Now let's turn this shape into a cup. We're going to start here on the front, and we're going to draw a diagonal line coming up to the left. Then we're going to draw the left side coming up to the left also. Now let's connect those two lines with a curve. We want it to be curved so that it looks more 3D. Nice. Now let's go in and erase the top of the circle. Now let's also draw the handle that's on the back of Mugman's head. We're going to draw a letter C coming out and then back in. And then let's draw the inside of the handle. We're going to draw a smaller letter C. And it's okay if your lines are a little messy because these are just guidelines to help us with the general shapes.
Yeah.
Now we're ready to draw his nose, and we're going to draw an oval shape right here. And half of the oval, well, not half, just a little bit of the oval is coming outside. Mugman has a bigger nose. Whoa, that was maybe a little too big. I'm going to draw it a little smaller like this, but we want some of that oval to come outside of his head, his mug head.
Yeah.
Then we can go in and erase the line that's going through his nose. Next, we're going to draw his cheek. We're going to draw a smaller oval over here. So let's leave some space. We're going to come straight over, and we're going to draw an oval about this size. And then on the left side, let's erase part of the oval. So it's just his cheek, his cute chubby cheeks that are sticking out. Now let's draw his eyes. We're going to draw a big upside down U that comes out from the nose, and we're going to go above the top of the cup. So we're going to come up past the top of the mug and then back down and touch the nose. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to draw another oval or an upside down U shape. Comes up to the same height as this one. Then we're going to come back down and we're going to come close to the nose and back into the cheek. So we want it to look like an oval shape that's behind this cheek. Now let's switch to our eraser, and we can erase the top of the cup, or the mug, going through the top of the eye. Remember to pause the video if you need extra time to finish any of the steps. Now let's draw the inside of his eyes, the pupils. We're going to draw smaller ovals inside of the bigger ones, about that size. And I'm going to draw another one the same size over here. This one touches the nose also. So we draw these ovals inside. Maybe this one's a little bigger. There we go. About that size. Now let's draw the straw coming out of the top of the mug. And Cuphead's is bent, but Mugman's is straight. So we're going to draw 2 diagonal lines coming out of the top of his head. Nice. And then at the very top, let's connect those 2 lines with a curve to make the straw look 3D. We can also add 2 more curves, just like the top of the straw, for the stripe. Now we got all of the main shapes to Mugman's head. Let's jump down and draw the shapes for his body. We're going to draw a smaller circle for his belly or the top of his shorts. Draw it about this size. And then we can connect his body into the bottom of his head. So we'll draw a diagonal line here, and we'll draw another diagonal line for his back. Then let's draw his gloves. We're going to draw 2 more circles that are smaller than this one. And we're going to draw the first one right here. Then let's draw that same size circle over here for his other glove. Then we can draw the arms connecting into the top of each circle. So I'm going to draw 2 curves, one for each side of his arm, coming out of the top of his body. And then let's do the same thing for this arm on this side. Yeah. And then 2 more on the other side. Now we're ready to draw the legs. Let's draw an oval shape for the bottom of the shorts. We're going to draw it about this size right here. And then we can draw a diagonal line going from the edge of that oval into his body, and then on the other side also. Then let's draw his legs coming out of the shorts. We're going to draw 2 lines coming out of the middle. And then we're going to draw a big oval for his shoe. And we're going to draw it kind of aimed up. He's taking a step, a big giant step. Nice. Also, let's use our erasers and erase the shorts, the back of the short line going through his leg. Let's also use our erasers and erase the bottom of the circle for his body that's going through the shorts. Okay, now we can draw a diagonal line for his other leg. And then let's draw a little C shape right here. And then we're going to draw another oval shape for his other shoe. It's going to come down like this and then just curve in. We're actually only drawing part of the oval because it's behind his body and the other leg. All right, Jack, we've finished drawing all of the main shapes to Mugman. Let's put our pencil off to the side and switch to our marker. Let's first start with the nose. I'm going to trace over the pencil line first. We're just going to go around. I love Mugman. Okay, now let's draw his eyes. We're going to start with the inside of his eyes, the pupil. But first, before we trace over the pencil, we're going to draw a sideways V. Then we're going to start at the top of the V, trace around. We can connect to the nose. And then we're going to come down here and draw the other side. So we want to leave the V open. That's the highlight. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. We'll draw a sideways V. Then we're going to start here at the top of the V, and we're going to trace around the pencil and connect to the bottom of the V. Now let's draw the outside of the eye. We're going to start here on the right side. We're going to trace around the pencil, come up, and then back down and connect to the nose. Now we can trace over the cheek. I'm going to draw over the pencil. Let's also add a little wrinkle here at the top and also down here at the bottom. Now let's trace over the left eye. We're going to start here on the cheek, trace up, back down, and then connect into the bottom of the cheek. Nice, good job, Jack. Now we're ready to draw the eyebrows. Let's draw an upside down U shape. Comes up a little higher than the eyes. We'll do it over the left eye and also that same curve over the right eye. Then let's connect those two eyebrows together. And we can trace over the top of the mug on the left side and also the right. Then let's draw down and connect to the nose. And then we can come over here, trace over the pencil line, and draw his chin all the way up to the bottom of his nose. Now we're ready to draw his mouth, and we're going to connect the cheek right here next to the eye. We're going to connect it into the nose. Then we're going to draw the bottom of the smile. We're going to start here on the cheek also, and we're going to come down really close to the bottom of his chin, and we're going to follow the shape all the way over and connect to his nose. Now let's draw his tongue, and we're going to draw a heart shape inside of his mouth, but at the bottom of the heart, it's not pointed, it's curved.
Okay.
Now we're ready to draw the handle. Let's draw the inside first. And then we can draw the outside also. Trace over the pencil lines and connect in. And then let's also draw over the straw. So we just trace over the pencil. It's so nice when we've already drawn it, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to trace over the top also and the stripe. Next, let's draw his body. We're going to start here on the left side of his pants, or his shorts. I keep saying pants. We're going to draw over and then connect to the other side of his leg. Now let's draw his shorts. We're going to draw two lines coming down. And then let's draw the bottom of his shorts. We'll draw the curve or the oval connecting around to the other side. Let's keep going and draw his shoe and also his leg. We're going to draw two lines coming down for his leg. And now we're ready to draw a shoe. First, we're going to draw a curve that connects the bottom of those two lines. And then we're going to draw his heel. So we're going to draw a curve that comes down like this, traces over the pencil, and then we'll stop right there. Then let's draw the top of his shoe, or where his toes are. We're going to draw a big curve that comes outside of the oval and then connects back in. Then we can trace over the pencil line to connect down to his heel. Next, let's draw the bottom of his shoe. We're going to start at the top. We're going to draw the shape that comes down like this and then connects into the bottom. Let's draw another curve just like that, but I'm going to stop right there. We can leave a little gap and then draw the rest of it coming down to the heel. Then on the bottom of his shoe, let's draw a straight line across. We did it. There's his shoe. Let's draw his other shoe next. We're going to first draw his other leg, and then we can draw the top of his shoe. We'll draw a little curve right here. Then let's draw a short curve next to it and a short curve below it. Now let's draw the shape of his shoe. We're going to start here, curve down, and then across, and right here it's kind of flat. And then we'll curve up into his leg. Now the top of his shoe is kind of bent, so we're going to draw a curve coming in and down. Oh, let's also add this little detail on the bottom of his shoe. We'll start here and just match that first curve that we drew. We did it. Now let's draw his gloves. We're going to start right here and draw a curve. This is around his wrist, or the end of his glove. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to draw a little curve to start his thumb. Then let's leave a little space and draw over the pencil just right here. Okay, now let's draw the rest of his thumb. We're going to draw another curve that comes outside of the circle and then back in. Then let's draw his fingers. We're going to start here and do the same thing. Come outside and then back in. And then let's draw another curve just like that for his next finger. And then one more for his last finger. Now let's draw the rest of his hand. We're going to start up here, curve down to his finger. And then on the outside of his glove, he has 3 marks that look like raindrops. So we'll draw 1, 2, and 3. Just like on Cuphead's gloves.
Yeah.
Now we're ready to draw his arms. We're going to start on the inside. We'll come up to his armpit, and then I'm going to go all the way down to the top of his shorts. Then we can draw the other side of his arm coming up and connecting to his head. Now we're ready to draw his other glove. Let's do the same thing. We're going to repeat that same step. We draw a small upside down U shape. Then right here, we're going to draw on top of the pencil, but we're going to trace it to right here and then stop. Now let's draw his first finger. We're going to start here on the circle, come outside of the circle, and then back in. Now this hand's slightly different, so we're not going to draw the thumb on this side. So let's draw the next finger, curve outside of the circle and into the finger. And then this next finger, we're going to start up here, trace over the pencil, and connect back in. What are we missing on the gloves?
The 3 raindrop shapes on his gloves.
Yeah, let's draw those same shapes over here. We're going to draw 1, 2, and 3. Now let's draw his arms. We're going to trace over the pencil and into the glove. Then we can draw the other side of his arm coming up to his armpit and then down into his shorts. Jack, we did it. We finished drawing Mugman, except we're not completely done.
We still need to color him.
Yeah, this part we'll fast forward, but at the end, you can pause the video to match our same coloring. Now, before we color him, let's use our erasers and erase all of the guidelines or the pencil lines that you can still see. All right, you ready to fast forward?
Yes.
Jack, give me 5. We did it. We finished coloring and drawing Mugman. Yeah, he turned out so cool, all colored in.
You can pause the video right now to match the same coloring.
Yeah, we used our markers to color with, but you can use whatever you have at home, like colored pencils or even crayons.
Yeah.
We used a light gray or light kind of yellow gray for his head, and then we used a light blue for his pants, his nose, and also the straw.
We used yellow for his gloves and brown for his shoes.
Also, don't forget to add a white highlight to make his nose look shiny.
We hope you have fun drawing Mugman.
We do. We hope you had a lot of fun. Also, be sure to head over to Netflix to watch the Cuphead show. It's super funny.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of our favorites.
We love drawing with you, and we also want to say thank you to Netflix.
Yes, thank you so much for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you later, our friends. Goodbye.